Hi, welcome to EClass. My name is Eric Freeman, and today we're going to be continuing on with our credit series. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about why you should never, ever pay collections. So we'll get right into it. How do you get a collection? Right, you got the new iPhone, it was a stack. You decide not to pay for the phone, however it happens. So after multiple failed attempts to collect what you agreed to pay for your cell phone, say, you know what, screw it, we're going to sell this debt. That's where the collection agencies come into play. They have agreements to buy this debt for pennies on the dollar. If, let's say, they're going to go 5 cents out of each dollar, $50, they buy your debt from ABC company, and it's the collection agency's job to collect this $1,000 from you that you agreed to pay to ABC company. Most of the time, the collection agencies don't have anything binding you to the debt. You have no agreement with the collection agency. Your agreement is with the company that gave you the product. The company that provided you the product, they're going to charge this debt off on their taxes at the end of the year, right? And that's what they call a charge off. The company had to charge it off on their taxes. And what they do is after they charge it off, they sell it for pennies on the dollar. The collection agency is going to come after you for this $1,000 regardless, because the simple fact, if they can get you to pay this $1,000, even though they bought it for $50, they made $950 profit. And that's how collection agencies work. Now let's get on to some of the things that they're going to do to try to get you to pay. This is how the collection agency is going to reach out to you. Typically, I don't know if they'll send you a message on Instagram. That would be a new one for me if they did. Most of the time when they reach out to you, the main thing that they're trying to do on that first round of communications is tie you to the debt. They don't know who you are. You have no agreement with them. All they know is the information that they received along with the purchase of the debt. So when they're reaching out to you initially, they're trying to tie you to the debt. That way that you're legally obligated to pay it. All they want to do is hear you say, yes, this is mine. And you can say, yes, this is mine, many of different ways. And they'll say, hey, can we speak with Eric? Right? Could we speak with Eric Freeman? That right there, that initial statement of may we speak to Eric Freeman, and me saying, yes, this is him, is one way that they get you to acknowledge the debt. Boom, step one's already down. We've already identified or verified this person's name on this debt is correct and the phone number is correct. Two up on you right as soon as the phone call starts. Second thing they'll do, they'll ask you questions that pertain to the debt. And if you answer it in any fashion where you're acknowledging that you know what it is, then basically you're acknowledging guilt. All of that stuff, man, you gotta treat these collection agencies like the police, man. You don't tell them nothing. They're just verifying the information all to get you to acknowledge guilt or basically tie you to the debt. 7 years is typically the statute of limitations. It varies in different states, but in our state, for instance, the statute of limitations is 7 years. You could wait 7 years, and the collection agency could no longer collect that debt after 7 years. This is what ties into everything that we were just talking about, why they want to get you tied to the debt. So I'll explain. When you, let's say, make a payment, this is the worst thing you can do. Why? Because let's say it's 5 years old, right? You might as well wait those 2 years until it get knocked off. Because if you make a down payment or a portion payment on the collection, the 7 years starts over. That's really the thing that they want to use to their advantage, because it's going to come a time where most people are going to want to settle these type of situations. And if they can keep resetting the statute of limitations, they know you're more apt to pay down the line. They got 14 years to get this money from you. We're gonna get on now to why you would never pay it. So like we say, when these people reach out to you, man, I wouldn't even answer the phone. Or you get a communication from them via written communication, rip it up. When you have a collection sitting on your credit report, $4,000, it just make more sense to try to dispute it first. There's no harm to disputing it, right? But there's only positive things that could happen from it coming off of your report. You're not even legally obligated to pay it once it goes to a collection agency because you have no agreement with them. So the first thing I would do if I had a collection is dispute it. Disputing it first is going to always be the best option, because if it comes off, it's off, nothing to worry about, on to the next thing in life. Let's say it doesn't come off, right? And the credit bureaus are saying that, oh, they verified it, blah, 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 blah. Then we keep disputing. If you pay it, it's going to report that it was paid in full, but it stays on your account that you had a collection for another 7 years. And after you pay a collection agency directly, they have everything that they need to substantiate that you admitted to this debt. So there's no disputing it after you pay. Understand that. After you pay, you're stuck with it. Make sure 100% that before you even give them any of your banking information or a dollar out of your pocket, you ask them for a pay to delete. When I give you this money for something that you bought on pennies on a dollar that I have no agreement with you for, when I pay you, you have to stop reporting it and it be done there. You got a high chance of it coming off. And depending on how much it is or how many collections that you have, the price of the collection could very much outweigh what you're paying someone to do it for you or doing it yourself. Doing it yourself is free. It's just that you don't have as high of a chance of getting it taken off versus going through a credit repair company or EClass Financial. So, with that being said, it's as simple as that. Paying the collection agency can be a detriment to your credit health in so many ways. There's more ways that paying the collection can hurt you than getting it knocked off. Getting it knocked off is the number one thing that you can do when your debt has already went to collections. As long as you keep yourself out of their web and they have nothing to substantiate that this is your debt, you got a high chance at getting it taken off from disputing it.